Hey guys, my name is Joel Cox, the host of The Pulse with Joel, and today we're here with Lauren Hill, a freshman pre-med major at Harvard.
Hey guys, my name is Joel Cox, the host of The Pulse with Joel, and today we're here with Lauren Hill for our first interview.
So Lauren, would you like to introduce yourself, your major, and some of your extracurriculars?
Sure. Hi, everyone. Like Jewel said, my name is Lauren Hill. I'm a first year at Harvard. I'm from around Atlanta, Georgia. Right now, at Harvard, you don't declare your concentration until later in your academic career, but I'm thinking about concentrating in biomedical engineering on a pre-med track. With that being said, since the school year has been kind of different with Zoom and everything, I haven't gotten to try out all of the clubs that I'm looking forward to in the years to come, but I've participated in the Black Health Matters conference where I led a conference and organized the steps to getting around 30, 40 speakers to come talk about Black health and how to promote Black health in both the Black and the healthcare communities. I've also joined Harvard Black Scientists and Engineers, which is similar in the sense that a lot of people involved are other Black undergraduates who are looking to help Black undergraduates interested in science succeed. So both of those have been pretty great experiences for me.
Yes, I love that. I actually attended the Black Health Matters conference, and you guys did a really great job. It was very informational, and it helped me see what different paths I might want to take while I combine advocacy and healthcare. And with that being said, I also want to ask, what sparked your interest in pre-med?
Well, that's a good question. So before my, like formal schooling, elementary school, my family has had a history with heart disease. So that was something I knew very early on. And so that's where my original interest just got me thinking about, I want to be a doctor, like medicine. This sounds kind of interesting. And then as I got in school and progressed further, I really took a liking to science courses. I like that there's so much that's already known about science, but also so much left to be discovered. And so that that possibility of discovery really really excites me and like drives me forward in that field. And I'm also very excited about the chance to, like I was saying about the Black and healthcare communities, I'm excited about the chance to be able to mend some of those broken bridges. So those are pretty much the reasons that drive me forward.
Yeah, definitely. I also agree. Even with myself, I noticed that with science and healthcare, there's always more to learn and there's always new people to meet and help. So I'm glad that you have that drive and you're really passionate about this. What steps did you take in high school to get to where you are now?
So in high school, I definitely, if anyone's watching that is still high school or somewhere around there, I would definitely say, like, first and foremost, do not stress too much about your future or college, because both of those things will work themselves out one way or the other. But with that being said, I will say that my biggest piece of advice is to control like your controllables. That was what my parents always told me to focus on in high school, so that's what I would say was the most crucial in order to put me in the best position to be where I am now. I tried really hard not to play the comparison game and just to focus on everything that I could max out and everything that I could achieve by just honing in on what I was good at, what my interests were, and really tapping into those things in order to fully show my potential and develop my potential. So I would definitely say just working on the things that you can control and making sure that those are the things that you really, really focus on.
Yeah, I love that mindset, and I'm gonna try to apply that to my own life. It's easy to focus on the things that aren't in our control or to compare ourselves like, oh, this person got a 1600 on their SAT, they have straight A's, they have this and this and that. But I love how you emphasize that you focused on like controlling your controllables, and that's a good way to feel enough and just keep going in life. So, I know you haven't declared your major yet, but do you have any favorite classes related to pre-med, like a biology class or any type of math, science, STEM class?
Yeah, so I took the a very common freshman like biology series, which is life sciences, um 1A and 1B. I thought the course material was definitely some of the most interesting course material that I've learned this year. I took AP biology in high school, so a little bit I was expecting it to be kind of a rerun, but they actually took a lot of the concepts and further expanded upon them, which was very interesting to learn. Especially it was nice having that foundation and being able to to learn more about some of the concepts that I already knew. Not related to pre-med though. I'm thinking about getting a secondary in French, so I took a French film class, which is very interesting and definitely continued my interest for like francophone culture and the French language. So I'm excited.
Yeah, that's great to know, just kind of the holistic development. And that's a good way to show people watching that even when you go to college, you don't have to box yourself into one thing. Like even with me, I like healthcare, but I also learn Korean, and same with you, like your interest in French and healthcare. So just guys, if you're watching, try what you want, explore different things and you'll find what you like, and also, you know, get to where you're supposed to be. That's life.
I would definitely say come into college with the mindset to try everything that you want, because like
Mm.
now's the time. What better time? Like when else do we have an opportunity where everything that you could possibly want under the sun is presented right in front of you? So definitely take advantage of that.
Yes, that freedom. So, kind of connected to that with choosing your classes and everything, what's your usual school day like?
So this this year, obviously, the world was kind of on pause with Zoom and everything, but um, I would say on average, I have around 2 to 3 classes a day, never more than three. And sometimes it's zero. So, really, 0 to 3 classes a day. Um, and they usually end before 4 at the latest. You might have like a section or a lab that runs a little bit later. But for me, at least, my schedule is it ended pretty early. I chose to start early to end early just because I felt like it gave me more time to do some work on the back end. But essentially, I would wake up, go to a class, have a meal, go to another class, try to go to the gym, maybe study with some friends in the evening, and then just be able to really, actually get some work done, like probably in the late evening, maybe a little bit later than it should have been, but we'll work on that. And, and then it would all repeat. So I really like the schedule. That was one of my favorite parts about the transition from high school to college, just because your schedule is like flexible, you get to create it, and you know it gives you a lot of room to get your work done. And so as long as you manage your time, you should have plenty of time to do that.
Yeah, I like the time management aspect. You kind of touched upon that. Having that freedom also means you have to be responsible, and I'm glad that you have that structured schedule and everything. So, one more thing. What's your favorite thing about Harvard from what you've seen so far and experienced on campus?
Well, I think I have two favorite things about Harvard. One of them would definitely have to be the people. Like, I think I've met some definitely lifelong friends here at Harvard. Even though this has been a pretty interesting semester, it's been inspiring to see, how the people really do still come together. Anyways,
Mhm.
um, I like, which goes along with the people. I really like the Black community at Harvard. It's been very helpful to me, not only academically, because it has been very helpful academically, but also socially. It gives you a very tight knit community that wants you to succeed, which is very comforting. And then secondly, I would say the resources at Harvard are what that is Harvard. The resources make Harvard Harvard. So definitely being able to take advantage of resources, like you have basically as many advisors as you want. Like everyone's an advisor. You have resources to help you with your schoolwork. You have resources to help you do programs that might not even be related to campus at all or to the school at all. So definitely the resources and the people, I would say, are my two favorite things about Harvard.
That's awesome, like having that support system and also the resources in class, professors, textbooks. And I know with the Black community, it's good to have that, especially at a predominantly white institution. So that's awesome to hear. And I know people in the audience will feel reassured. During your time at Harvard, have you done any summer internships or just any work experience?
Well, this will be my first summer after freshman year. Actually, like I was saying about the resources, one of the ones that I've been able to take advantage of is the Office of Career Services. So because this was my first, first go around applying to summer internships and trying to just put my resume out there a bit, the Office of Career Services definitely made that a much easier process. Just because they're able to have countless meetings with me and read over every word of my resume and every single cover letter that I wrote. And I actually, because of them, I was able to get an opportunity at UPenn working in a lab, an infectious disease lab over the summer. So that I'm excited. I think it'll be a good balance between, being like an introductory internship, but also like definitely pushing me forward and definitely challenging me.
Right.
So I'm definitely excited for that. Keep you all posted how it goes.
I'm just so happy that they connected you with that opportunity. So, kind of connected to that with your internships and what you're exploring right now at going into your freshman year summer. What are your plans for the future?
That's a great question. I am definitely hoping to continue on the pre-med track and then eventually go to med school. I'm still thinking cardiothoracic surgery, maybe cardiologist, somewhere in there. So definitely that's in the long-term goals. As it goes, like for Harvard, my plans are just, to keep taking everything day by day, just enjoying the experience, not rushing too fast to the destination. So
Has being Black impacted your experience as a pre-med major?
I would say it has positively. I mean, like I was saying, the Black community really does want you to succeed, and especially in the Black scientists and engineers, um, the other members are very passionate about making sure that everyone does well. So being a black scientist, aspiring at least, it I have felt supported and uplifted by that community, which has in turn made it easier for me to succeed at this point. So right now I have nothing but positive reviews.
Love that. Just having, again, the support system. And even though it is a predominantly white institution, we said this before, that support system of Black students is really beneficial. And I'm glad that you have that. How do you balance your academic workload and social life?
So I think that balance is definitely like a very unique part of college, or at least it was for me. Like in high school, you kind of have your academic life planned out for you. You go to school, you do your extracurriculars, you do your homework, and then whatever time's left over is your social life. But in college, like I was saying, your schedule's made by you. So if you wanted to, you should. But if you wanted to, you could just hang out all the time. So I think the most important aspect to finding that balance is like being able to manage your time. I would definitely say get your work done first, because it's very tempting when everyone else is done to be done too, even if you shouldn't be, even if there's work left on the table. So I definitely say get your work done first, and then that opens a lot more possibilities for being able to hang out with your friends. And I definitely say that balance is very important though, because on the other hand of that coin, it's not any more beneficial, I think, to only do your work all the time and have no social life, because I think, like I was saying, like one of the best parts about Harvard is the people. So if you don't take advantage of that, if you don't meet new people, sort of be able to network, you are at a disadvantage there. So striking that balance is very important.
So we're reaching the end. This is our last question. So, do you have any tips for other young women of color looking to pursue medicine in college?
My biggest tip would definitely be that you belong. Like, you worked to get here. You deserve your spot. So, fly. Don't if the world's already going to be against you, don't add one more person to that. Be your biggest cheerleader. I will be cheering for you, so cheer for yourself. And like, I think it's better when we are all confident about what we feel passionate about doing, and I think that passion goes a really long way.
And just a round of applause. I know it's only me here, but I know people at home watching, wherever you are watching, take that, write it down on a piece of paper, put it in your notes app, because that's quality life advice that you're going to need and you're going to use. So thank you so much for spreading your words of wisdom, telling us about your experiences. And
thank you. I'm glad to be able to do it, help in any way I can, and it was nice talking with you today.
Thank you for being here with us today.
Of course. Bye.
Bye, guys.